What's up, y'all? So, I want you guys to think about something for a minute. All this shit about, BLM, white people evil, all the liberals crying about all this stuff, what's wrong with the country, and I want you to think about something. Go ahead and do some honest research for yourself. Look at both sides of the story. This is what I did. This is what I had my old lady do. And look at the crime statistics. Blacks commit 52% of the crimes. They make up about 13% of the population. It's huge difference in what it should be. You know what I mean? Look at majority of your typical, stereotypical, I should say, black communities. They, how do I want to word this? They glorify rap, talking about selling drugs and, slapping women and fuck the police and all this other stuff and selling drugs. They glorify these things. If you hold people that are singing about this stuff and talking about how great of a lifestyle that is, they're going to emulate it. It's common sense. There's no arguing that, you know what I mean? It is what it is. If you are practicing bad values, you don't have a father in every household, and you pretty much just get rid of the will, the motivation required to go get a job, go to school, stuff like that. You're destroying your own community within. And it has nothing to do about skin color. It has nothing to do about race. It's behaviors and beliefs that are instilled into the following generation after you. With my kid, I don't teach my kid, hey, you should feel guilty because you're white. It doesn't work that way. I teach my kid to, be proud of himself and strive to be his best, and don't judge people on account of stuff like skin color or their beliefs. Judge them on their behaviors, their actions. If I see somebody robbing somebody else, I'm going to call that person a piece of shit. A no good, worthless human being. Not because of their skin color, but because of what they're doing. If you have any doubt in the validity of where your community is, that the actions and behaviors are what constitutes how that area is going to turn out, you have no further to look than Seattle, New York, shit like that. When Giuliani got into there, crime was rampant. People were terrified to go on the subway, to go anywhere, because they were afraid to get robbed, shot, any of that, raped. He took all that crime and it plummeted. Stop and frisk. You gotta do what you gotta do. You have to let law enforcement do their job. Identity politics ruins places. It pits everybody against everybody else, and it causes nothing but division. You cannot have a society where identity politics decides everything, and that place just prosper. It doesn't work, It creates things like civil wars, hate, animosity amongst everybody. You can't do it. It just doesn't work. Common sense and experience has taught us that. Look at the history books. Read and learn your history. It will tell you the same thing. If you want to be treated with respect, if you want to be looked at as a valuable member of society, then behave that way. You can't go out, rob everything, steal from people, burn the place to the ground, and all the while demonize an entire group of people because they're white and expect to be looked at with any form of respect. Black Lives Matter and Antifa are creating racist people. And by that I mean, if somebody looks at me and says, you should feel guilty because you're white, your ancestors did a bunch of fucked up shit, and you should pay for that. Give me your shit, and fuck you. I'm gonna give that person the finger. They haven't earned my respect, nor have they earned any sympathy for anything. They're asking for money and stuff like that for something that they personally have never experienced. Any person in this country, as long as you are getting off your ass and trying, you will be successful. It's one of the very few places in the world like that. If you have a dream and a goal, and you work on it, and you actually bust your ass, and you get out there, and you work, you put hard work into it, you can accomplish anything. That's why we have people from all over the world flocking to get here. We've got so many people trying to get into this country. They're going illegally. They're risking life just to get over here. You know? You've got people crossing deserts down south in Mexico. Gang members, cartel, you know? All that shit. They risk murder, rape, robbery, all that shit just to come here. If this country was that bad, if this country was that racist, if this country was such a bad place to live, we would not have the immigration dilemma that we have. On immigration, if you live in a society anywhere on planet Earth, there is only a certain amount of money. It's not as simple as just printing out money as much as possible. That's how you get Venezuela, hyperinflation, shit like that. Zimbabwe, same thing. You can't do it. There is a finite amount of money that is out there. You know, we and everybody else currently live in a debt-based society. That means if you go get a loan, that bank writes that debt up as profit, as money created, if you will. There's only so much. You cannot give free shit to everybody and expect the government to foot the bill on it. It doesn't work. There's not enough to go around. That's how look at it this way. Doctors, they spend over $100,000 to go to school, put in all these years of work to go to school. They don't do that to get out and make $12 an hour and told that they have to go fucking take care of anybody and everybody for no money. You know? It doesn't work that way. There's no incentive. You know? If you want to do something for a living, it doesn't matter what color your skin is, you can go do it. There's no impediment except for yourself. Only you can prevent yourself from doing something, you know? I've got convictions, felony convictions, and I was on drugs, strung out for years and years and years and years, over half my life. But I have a full-time job, you know? I weld for a living. I make decent money. I'm able to support my family and do things that I want to do without having to worry about things. And I did that by busting my ass for years and years and years and proving to my boss that I was a worthwhile employee and that it was a benefit to him to have me there. And now I have a job and it's secure. I don't have to worry about going in tomorrow and being like, hey, fuck you, you're fired. I have a good job. I have a good boss. The greatest boss I could ever ask for. You know? He doesn't judge me on beliefs. He doesn't judge me on how I think or anything. I'm there to work. You got all these people, these woke people that are going to these places that they work at and demanding shit, you know? Look at Joe Rogan with Spotify. You got employees at Spotify that go in there and are demanding to have, you know, free reign over deciding what to air and what not to air. Dude, your job is not to demand anything. When you get a job, your job is not to dictate to the owners or the bosses how or why they need to run their company a certain way. You are there to do your job, earn your paycheck, and go home. That's it. It's called entitlement. You are not special. I'm not special. Nobody in this whole world, this whole game we call life, is special. You know? If you want respect, earn it. If you want money, earn it. If you want anything, earn it. Work. But if you are one of those people that are teaching your kid that white people are evil, cops hate black people, and that if you're black, you can't accomplish anything because the white man is holding you down. You're lying to your kids, for one. You're a bad parent, for two, because you're setting your kid up for failure. You're putting it in your kid's head that no matter what you do and how hard you try, you'll never accomplish anything because you're black. Because, you live in a racist country. All of which is bullshit. We had a black president for 8 fucking years. Look at all the fucking black people that are rich, famous. Just look at the NFL. 90% of them are black, Basketball, black, Affirmative action. You got BET, Black History Month, You've got all these things that are pro-black, but yet oppressed. Pick one. You can't have both of them. It doesn't work. It contradicts itself. We're at to the point now to where the moral compass that would guide somebody into the decision and belief that a guy going after the cops and shooting at the cops and attempting to kill the fucking cops because he's black and because the cop was white and the white cop shot the guy, you want to riot. You want to destroy, loot, and plunder. You are a piece of shit if that is how your mind works. And you need to get a grip on reality and on yourself. It's not about the skin color. Again, behavior and action. All the liberals, all these fucking social justice warriors want to go on and on and on and on about skin color. Everything to these people, these delusional hypocrites, breaks down to skin color. They boil every decision that you make based on skin color. Everything that you say and do to another person, to them breaks down skin color. It makes no sense. There's so much more to a person's belief and a person's actions and emotions other than skin color. You want to call everybody in this country racist, but you're doing the same things, the exact same things that you're accusing everybody else of doing. And it's hypocritical. Look at the politicians. Look at what they're doing. These Democratic politicians, dude. AOC talking about this is the time you need to get this should radicalize you. Calling for violence. This is supposed to be an elected official that is there to serve her constituents and make their lives better and safer. But she's not doing that. None of them are. Look at Chuck Schumer. Look at Nancy Pelosi. These people don't care about you. They care about power. They care about money, enriching themselves. Look at Joe Biden. Look at AOC talking about, I don't care if you don't like him, vote for him. Dude, Trump's got prison reform. He's done more for the black community than Joe Biden could ever do in his entire almost 50 fucking years in politics. That dude has accomplished nothing. I don't have enough fingers or toes to count the amount of racial remarks that have came from Joe Biden's mouth. If you're a liberal, you need to take a long, hard look at what you're supporting and what you're standing up for. Look at the facts. Look at Democrat-ran cities, states, all that shit. Look at Seattle. Look at Portland. Look at New York. These places, if you go try to get a moving truck to go from New York out, you're going to pay a small fortune. Anybody with any amount of wealth that allows them to pick up and leave are going. It's an exodus, a mass exodus of the rich. Why would somebody live somewhere pay an exorbitant amount. It's highway robbery what these people pay in taxes to live in these liberal areas. People pay out the ass to live there. But it's not just that. You're paying more taxes to live in an area where criminals are protected and law-abiding, hard-working citizens are demonized and degraded. Why would you open up shop and open up a business in a place that the leaders allow domestic terrorist groups like Antifa and Black Lives Matter that are racist and Marxist, want the destruction of the nuclear family and the destruction of the Western way of life? Our country, they want to destroy it and remake it a hellscape, because that's exactly what it would be. Fucking Armageddon. Kurt Russell and Escape from LA. Escape from New York. That's what these people are trying to turn this country into. If you open up a business in one of these places, dude, you're going to have people looting your shit, destroying and burning your dream. The hard work that you put into that goal succeeded, and they're going to burn it to the ground. And what's the government going to say there? What's the leadership going to say? You're white. Sorry. They're oppressed. Sorry. Good luck. And you get nothing. You get shit on for helping build the local economy, for offering jobs to people. But all these people want to do is riot. If you look at every individual pretty much that there's riots over, they are all career criminals, strung out on drugs, sex offenders. Every single one of these people that are black and they've rioted over them, you won't hear shit about a white person getting killed though. Nothing. There could be a white dude walking down the street, reading the fucking Bible, teaching his kid shit, and a black person could come up and shoot him, and there wouldn't be a peep, not a bit of outrage over it. Nobody would say a damn thing. But you got career criminals, George Floyd, for example, strung out on drugs. You know, you got the other guy, sex offender, and these people are rioting over him. Nancy fucking Pelosi gave his brother a flag. That's reserved for heroes. For people coming back, you know, from war in a body bag, in a casket. That's what that's for. I served. My family served. That's for heroes. You just spit in the face of every American soldier who's ever fought. Spit in their face. Anybody suffering from Trump derangement syndrome needs to find a fucking cure. Those are the people they're destroying this country. Our kids at this rate aren't going to have a country to live in because people want to destroy it. You got the seat in the judge, you know, the court, man. RBG. Supreme Court of the United States, dude. It is the president's obligation and duty to fill that seat. There's a reason there's supposed to be 9 Supreme Court justices. That prevents a tie. You know? You're supposed to have that diversity of thought. Just not too long ago, when Obama was in there, man, they were trying to push one through. You know? It's insane, man. These people are hypocrites. They don't want a Supreme Court justice in there that's conservative, a constitutionalist. That's what we need, though. We don't need some crazy fucking radical person in there changing the law to fit what they believe. It's not about what you believe. It's not about what I believe. There is a code, a law, a written fucking law that we as a society need to abide by. There can't be any gray areas. There can't be any, you know, we'll do this for this person, but this person, no, fuck you. But that's what's going on with Black Lives Matter and Antifa right now, with the Democrats right now. Kyle Rittenhouse, innocent as hell. Kid went in there to save lives because of these people going crazy. Went in to save lives. He was hit with a skateboard, shot at, kicked, and he defended his life. He killed, 3, 4 people? I think it was 4. But you know what? Every single one of those people that he killed took a shot at that man's life. That kid did nothing wrong. He went in there, and everybody's calling him racist. Everybody's calling him, white supremacist. All this other shit. No. He was a kid that had good intentions, went in to do some good where everybody's ripping the world apart, and thought that maybe he could help save a couple lives, maybe put out a fire, maybe help that community instead of letting it fucking burn. But what did he get? He got his life almost snatched away from him. And he defended himself. He didn't go killing a bunch of people. He didn't say, black people, blah, 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 blah. No, he didn't. He only shot when his life was threatened. When people were making an attempt on him. And he defended himself. It's disgusting, man. It really is. It's disgusting how these people are behaving. If I was doing the same things, talking about all of one group is racist and they're pieces of shit, and this is the reason why all my problems are, and this whole group needs to die, and all this other shit, and then I started looting and burning and torching the fucking place and killing innocent people and stealing everything and demanding because I'm an entitled piece of shit. And everybody was like, I don't like that guy. That guy's a piece of shit. I wouldn't call him a racist. I wouldn't say you hate me because I'm white. I would immediately know these people hate me because I'm a piece of shit. Because I'm destructive. Because I'm entitled. I'm selfish. If you're a person with these beliefs, if you're a liberal, that's who I really want this video to get to. Open your eyes, man. Do some research. Don't watch CNN. Look at that idiot Don Lemon and believe him. Don't watch Rachel Maddow. You're only getting one side, and it's the wrong side. You're getting the lies spit in your face. Go to the FBI. Look up crime statistics. Look at crime statistics throughout cities, throughout countries, other countries. Look how their leadership is. Look at their belief system. Look at the demographic. Look at what that culture is like. There's correlations between all those numbers. There's reasons why certain groups in certain areas are the way they are. Look at Baltimore. It's been ran by Democrats for 58 years. Their murder rate is like 9 or 10 times the national average. There's reasons for that. Because they let criminals go. Look at crime rate in New York. They're incentivizing crime. They're allowing these criminals to run rampant with no consequences and punishing people for defending their own self. If a criminal goes to your house, breaks in and steals your shit and threatens your life, and you kill them, and then you're the one that goes to jail and people celebrate you? Dude, that's not... No wonder your crime rates are so fucking high. That's common sense. It's not racism. It's not bigotry. It's common sense. If you incentivize people to go commit crimes and you don't prosecute them, and they know that they can go out and commit a whole bunch of crimes and the DA is just going to let them walk, what do you think is going to happen? That person is going to keep doing the same shit until they get in significant amount of trouble and actually go to prison. That's what we need. We need punishment. We need penalties for crimes. We need law and order to function as a society, or else it all breaks down. Anyway, man, do the research, people. Do the research. Look at actual statistics. Look at actual facts, not I watched on CNN and this person said this. Don't listen to fucking idiots like AOC, Joe Biden, who can't find his way out of a fucking closet, Don't listen to these people, Nancy Pelosi, and her multi-million-dollar estates. dotted across the United States, flying private everywhere, and two $10,000 deep freezers telling you that you need to worry about climate change and conserving energy and stuff like that, you know, who lets people just shit all over her district, literally so much that there's an app that they map the poop so you can avoid it and no issues. But when somebody shits in her driveway, all hell breaks loose and people go to jail for it. It's hypocrisy, man. These people don't care about you. They don't care about any of us. They care about power and gaining control, and that's it. They don't care about your freedoms. They don't care about your rights. They don't care about how well you're living. They don't care about your health. They don't care about anything. Joe Biden, he cares about enriching his and his family's wallets. That's it. Fatten them wallets up. That's it. He don't care about our country. He will set... Well, dude, Joe Biden gets president in 10 years, we'll all be speaking Mandarin. I promise you. His son and him are so deep in China's pockets, it's ridiculous. Watch Riding the Dragon. It's a documentary. I believe it was done by Blaze TV. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost positive Blaze TV. It's on YouTube, dude. Riding the Dragon. Watch that shit and tell me that Joe Biden isn't corrupt as fuck. Promise you. Anyway, man, like and subscribe. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Spread the message, man. Open people's eyes. Some people are just misinformed. Others are just delusional. Other ones are stupid. Other ones just, the majority, I guess, is just Trump derangement syndrome, man. Spit facts at these people. Tell the truth. There's nothing better than telling the truth. Anyway, appreciate anybody watching, man. Y'all have a good one.